This is the FlexPai, the first commercially available foldable phone. So yes, this actually beat Huawei and Samsung to the market. This is developed by Royole. They are a Shenzhen-based company that specializes in making OLED panels. This is the first attempt at a smartphone, and for a first attempt, this is pretty admirable. This is by no means a perfect phone, but I think this is still an impressive piece of technology considering that this is a screen that bends in half. This is a 7.8-inch plastic OLED panel with a resolution of 1920 by 1440. The chipset inside is a Snapdragon 855 paired with either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. There's two cameras here. There's a 16 megapixel main shooter with f1.8 aperture and a secondary camera that's a 20 megapixel depth sensor. But for the most part, the camera, it's pretty mediocre. So as you can see, if I want to shoot camera facing forward, I have to bend the phone. If it's completely folded out, then the camera is pointing at me, so this is effectively a selfie camera. Now there are two crucial elements to making a good foldable phone. The first is hardware. The screen has to be able to bend without breaking, and the hinge has to be strong enough. That's actually the flaw of the Samsung Galaxy Fold that had to be pulled back because the hinge was problematic. Now this hinge back here, Royole has covered it with this kind of cloth fabric, and it doesn't feel too elegant, to be honest, but it seems pretty sturdy. I like that when you close the phone, you get a little bit of a satisfying click, and I've opened and closed this thing at least 100 times now, and it still feels pretty firm, pretty sturdy. Now the second crucial element of a good foldable phone is software. The software has to be smart enough to know when you're using the phone folded or completely stretched out. And for the most part, I think the software here is pretty good. This is Android 9 with Royole's Android skin on top. It's called Water OS. Now this is a very Chinese Android skin, so there's no app tray, none of that, but Royole's actually done a pretty good job at identifying when the phone is folded. So for example, when you open up a website when the phone is folded, like SCMP.com, you'll see right now it's a mobile website because the phone is folded, so this is a mobile screen. But if I open up into tablet mode, you see now the website becomes a tablet view. This is how the SCMP website looks like on a desktop computer. But you can also take advantage of the extra screen real estate by going into split screen mode. So as you can see here, I have Chrome here on the left side, and on the right side I have a list of apps. Not all apps are supported, but the ones that do, you see Facebook, Twitter, just like that. Now I have Twitter running on the right side with a website on the left, and everything runs pretty smoothly, and the phone is pretty smart at telling orientation too. If I tilt it this way, you see it now, everything moves